Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS.
And Paloma Star.
We are here to discuss all the traumas that you're having from Elimination Chamber.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here to console
supportive.
you.
Is this a safe place?
Also, if you want to hear about my week-long trip with Lita, Christy Hemme, and Gail Kim.
Oh, no big deal over here, Mr.
Casual.
Creative Director. No big deal. Well, 3 legends and stuff.
I'm going to talk about that more in the news and rumor episode, so tune in for that. Before we get into Elimination Chamber, let's briefly talk about SmackDown. All the women, or most of the women, reuse.
Yeah.
In tag matches.
Yeah, finally. Yay, there's a tag team. Creative was like, oh yeah, we have tag teams. Let's use them.
Starting from the first match, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Naomi and Lacey Evans.
So I'm going to fast forward to the finish, but...
I don't even remember what happened.
Me either. I don't really... It's just your typical heel versus face baby team. Cut the ring in half, keep one separate, and get a hot tag. The other baby face comes in, clears house. Why does Naomi have to lose again?
Oh, yeah, I didn't get it.
Me either. I feel like Naomi comes in hot, returns, everybody loses their minds, has her build up. Just for her to lose over and over again? Is she getting a push or not?
Look at the people in that match. Bayley had a hot heel turn.
Yep.
It's not going anywhere. Nope. Sasha Banks had the biggest return of last couple of years.
Oh, for sure.
What is she doing now? Making album?
Guess so.
And Naomi, the biggest pop of Royal Rumble.
For sure. Hands down.
She's losing here.
Oh, and their best friend, Dana Brooke.
It was Lacey.
Oh, shit. See, I couldn't even remember. Just kidding. And their best friend, Lacey. See, I couldn't even remember who was in the match. That's how memorable it is. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what direction they're going. I really, really think that they need to build up an awesome, great baby face to dethrone Bayley, because I feel not because I'm saying Bayley shouldn't be champion, but you only look as good as your opponent. So if Bayley keeps on beating all these people, all these whatevers, then it's almost well, what's really your run as a champion if you're not really beating anybody, of stature or anything like that.
And this is part of the big problem because SmackDown doesn't really know what they're doing with their top stars, and they have so many top stars.
They do.
But if you don't do anything with those top stars, they will not keep that star power for a while. Yeah,
exactly. I really wish Naomi would have been won or would have been booked differently, built up Naomi, strong face, and that way it actually means something when Bayley defends her title. But I don't know what's going on.
Backstage, we saw Bayley and Sasha acting like we're cool, we're badass, we're role models, and then she started talking about I can beat anyone from past, present, and future.
Nobody from the past, the present for sure, or the future can touch us.
Whenever I saw it, I was like, oh.
Will there be Legend coming out?
Oh.
I mean, Paige is coming out on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That definitely has to mean something, because why else would you say that if nothing else is going to come out of it?
Yeah.
But then again, that happens all the time. So, we'll see.
Another tag match, it is Fire and Desire versus Carmella and Dana Brooke.
I feel like Dana keeps on being put with whoever's around. Thankfully, it was at least Carmella, which they tagged before, and they were kind of friendly. But this one maybe gave them a little bit more momentum for Fire and Desire. Hopefully, they'll do something in WrestleMania, but I don't know.
I don't get what's happening with Otis anymore. If I were Otis watching this match and watching this interaction between Dolph and Mandy, there's no sexual chemistry.
Which is crazy because legit there's way more sexual chemistry between Otis and Mandy. Watching them backstage and they're keep doing it. So then you're like, oh, they're so cute. But with Dolph and Mandy, it's oh,
there's literally
nothing. Nothing.
They're not even interacting that much.
No.
I don't think Dolph is even trying.
I almost feel like both matches had very similar finishes too. I mean, there were already 2 tag matches, but I feel like the finish were a little bit too similar.
So let's talk about the Elimination Chamber. Trauma continues with Elimination Chamber, it seems like. I mean, I liked last year's, but
yeah, me too. I love
some people didn't. This time, women main evented.
Yay! And then,
so let's talk about the match first.
Okay, the match
and then let's talk about whatever. First one to have a match is Natalya and Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
Which got CM Punk chant.
Yes, I was like, oh no. It always makes me sad when that happens.
Yeah, because people are so quiet. We could really listen to what Natalya was saying.
Yeah.
It was great. It made my day.
Elimination Chamber.
That's gonna be you.
See her legacy go down.
The way she was screaming at Liv.
That was awesome.
I will tap your ass out.
It's gonna be you.
There was a lot of booking.
Yes.
Like booking decisions that were like really, like why?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think this whole Elimination Chamber can be summed up in bookings. You know, it has nothing to do even with the wrestlers themselves. The wrestlers themselves, I mean, they did what they could do with what they were given. It's all booking.
Yeah.
Like, there was so many weird booking decisions that I don't understand why they did that.
So the first half of the match was Natalya, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan, which they are more in the mid-card.
Yeah,
so for them to be half of the match, it would kind of kill people's reactions.
Yeah.
Sadly, I do not want to say it, but it really did.
Yeah.
The storyline meet was between Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott.
Yeah, for sure.
If that was in the front...
So I know we're talking mainly about the match, but I do not understand why the first two or even the first three wasn't the Riot Squad.
I don't get it.
Like, what?
I don't get it.
Let them have that moment, whether it be any combination of either Sarah, Ruby, or Liv, but have them be that combination first and then bring in the other story.
Yeah.
It's actually almost, I hate to say it, but it's almost pointless for Liv to come in after Sarah and Ruby have been eliminated. I mean, I get it. She has to come in. But storyline purposes and booking purposes, what?
Yeah,
what was the point of that? Give them their time to shine. Because there's a whole storyline building up. That's been for a while now.
Yeah.
Even though I really don't know why they're fighting. But anyway, give them that chance.
Yeah, I feel like it would have even gotten better if Asuka was in the front, because Asuka is one of the main stars of division. So that might get people more excited. But like front half was, people weren't really buying into it. Later, Shayna got in.
Yeah.
And started destroying
everybody. Which that would have been cool if the Riot Squad was there first, let them do their whole thing, and then have Shayna come in and destroy them.
Because the purpose of this match was to build Shayna.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't know, might surprise a lot of people. I totally understand why they had to do this. Because how are they going to bring in Shayna from NXT, who was dominant in NXT, come and bite Becky Lynch, and then have her lose this match?
Yeah.
No, if Shayna would have lost,
she wasn't going to lose.
Not at all. If Shayna would have lost, it would have totally killed Shayna. But also, it also made us not care about anything else. Because there was a way different way they could have done this. They still could have done this, still same outcome, without necessarily sacrificing everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god, the thing that Shayna did to Natalya.
Oh my gosh, brutal!
So brutal.
Natalya had just caught Sarah Logan, her crossbody, with her face.
Oh, that too.
Oh my gosh, I thought like Natty was gonna come up with like a Joey Mercury face, and the face had exploded.
Yeah.
But whenever she did the crossbody, it was like right on Natty's face.
Basically Shayna killed 3 of them with the same move.
Yeah.
It's a Stormbreaker with a knee. This is a showcase, so Shayna has that, and that's gonna kill people, And then Liv Morgan came in with actually a huge reaction.
She really did.
And then she got destroyed.
I know. I love the whole her being swung into the chain and then being swung into the pod.
Yeah.
That was cool too. That looked really cool.
And the way she passed out.
Oh, I know.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Again, really sad that she didn't get to interact with any of the Riot Squad.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I want to talk about the timing.
Oh. Awkward.
When Shayna was just waiting for 5 minutes.
Awkward. See, I get it because they're like, oh, she's so good. She destroyed everybody in such a short amount of time. But then it's just like...
This is when I felt the sisterhood. Shayna was in there till the time and she was like, what did I do?
Yeah, she's like, I have no idea what to do.
And then Asuka and Liv was like really helping her out. Like, I'm going to WrestleMania. And Asuka was like, baka. It was like, they're all helping Shayna out.
Yeah, we're like, we're trying, girl. We're trying.
But it was not working.
No.
But
if they were going to do that, they could have gotten the same point across with 30 seconds, 1 minute, as opposed to just like...
It was 1 or 2 minutes too much.
Like, I get what they were doing, but come on. And also, that was just prime example, too, for the audience to check out. What are we looking at? Nothing. And for the main event, come on.
Yeah. At least we saw the sisterhood of
But you saw, right? Like, they were just trying. They're like, I'm going to WrestleMania. And Asuka doing her best and, like, throwing kisses at her. They're like, we're trying, girl.
Yeah. Asuka came out and we finally realized why she had that wrist injury.
Yeah.
It was just so that they're going to have a little saving grace.
Yes, a tiny bit.
This is the reason why she lost. I kind of like the way that it showcased the way she attacks people. She has a tactic.
Yeah.
And she, like, really digs deep into the weakness of someone and then kill them. Huntress of Shayna,
I like that. But it was all just booking. Like I said, I understand why they did it. Totally get it. But it just, you could have done that without having to legit kill everybody else.
Yeah. This was Shayna's like ding dong the witch is here moment. Like we all knew that she needed to have this crazy showcase.
Totally.
She's a Thanos and she's gonna like dust everyone else just like that. The difference is if Spider-Man's dusted, we know he's gonna come back with that tight spandex and gonna slay Thanos again. You know what I mean? With WWE, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Bayley, if you're not that select few, we don't know if they're ever gonna bounce back from being dusted.
Yeah, totally.
So that's why people are so upset about it.
They could have each had their own moments and still have Shayna win and still make her look powerful. Like, I feel like there was no single men's Elimination Chamber because it was super obvious that Roman was gonna win. But almost the same thing for the women's. Like, obviously it was super obvious who was gonna win. For a little bit, though, I thought that it was gonna be a complete swerve and, like, Liv Morgan was gonna win. Because especially when she came in, she's like... And like I get it, it's like very menacing, especially if you've never been in a match like that. Like I was in a cage match, and that's how I felt. I'm like, oh man! But then she kept on doing it. She's like, like oh man! I'm like, she's gonna win, and that's why she's like freaking out about it. But no,
I really like Liv.
Me too.
I think I'm really liking.
She's improved so much in ring too.
Also, Becky was just watching it backstage.
Yeah.
I feel like if she came out at the end, it might have been little. I don't know.
It was just a booking mess, quite honestly.
Well, I have to say, this makes everyone really hate Shayna.
Yeah, it's almost like go away heat as opposed to like, boo, you're a bad guy. It's like, go away, we're tired of you heat already. So
let's go to Raw. Let's briefly talk about the legendary Michelle McCool.
Yes. I thought AJ Styles was going to mention that Michelle McCool stole his move because Michelle McCool
they definitely should have.
Yeah, he's freaker. So I thought that's what he was going to mention. I'm like, oh, but no, he didn't. But it was cool that Michelle McCool was even mentioned.
I'm loving all these Diva era legends coming back.
All popping up.
Yeah. Did you see that whole crazy mess of Undertaker and Michelle McCool dragging WWE?
No.
Oh, but you missed it?
Really?
Okay, we're gonna talk about it in news and
Oh my
god. It was the best thing ever.
When was this?
Undertaker only made like 15 tweets in his life, and one of them was to drag WWE for Michelle McCool.
Really?
It was great. It was great. I really want Michelle McCool to come back, have like the whole hella mistress demon realness outfit to like accompany Undertaker.
Kind of like Sarah, like when Sarah accompanied the badass Undertaker like that, but that was terrible. I hope that doesn't happen, but cooler.
I just want her to go in, interfere, and hit that faith breaker.
That would be so. Oh my gosh.
I think it would be great. Let's talk about the opening segment. Becky Lynch coming out talking about Shayna Baszler and that she's a bitch. But she's a bitch that runs this division.
It's the typical Becky promo. She does what she does very well. The crowd is still behind her. I don't think she's as hot as she was this time last year going into WrestleMania, but obviously the crowd still supports her and she still does her Becky promo that she does.
I think it also helps that we hate Shayna right now. She shines in these segments.
This is her like signature segment actually. Now,
and I do like this more than Big Bird jacket that she wore. The weird thing that she mentioned though is apparently Shayna didn't shake her hand
last year with the whole Ronda thing. So
we never knew about it. This is the time they should have used and like make fake rumors about oh my god, like Shayna didn't shake Becky's hand according to my source. Oh my god. So you know how that bitch spread this whole rumor about how Victoria and Lita was backstage for Royal Rumble and like they didn't get to participate because fans freaked out or whatever. Lies. I asked Lita myself.
Straight to the source. And not Lita, a source. It is the source.
And Lita was like, huh? It was like, what are you talking about?
You heard it here first.
I don't even want to give him.
Yeah. I'm gonna that dude, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep out.
He doesn't even deserve us saying
Doesn't. Yeah. Rhea Ripley. What did you think of her video package?
I kind of almost don't like her being humanized.
What?
I just love her being this awesome big monster BDE girl like that comes out and stomping. Like I don't want to know that she has feelings and dreams. I just want her to be a badass.
Oh my god.
You know, that's at least I liked her to be like a mysterious woman that I want to know more about, as opposed to like, oh, I could totally relate to her.
You know what? I do see that, to be honest. But the thing is, like, okay, I met Rhea once. She's such a cool person.
Really?
She just stays in a hotel lobby and talks to fans for like an hour.
That's
just
really
chill.
cool.
She just chills with everyone.
She does seem really, really chill.
Yeah, but I totally see where you're coming from.
I mean, it's cool. I'm glad, but I was just like, I want her to be this like mystical creature, kind of like a dragon or like Loch Ness monster or something.
There were a time that everything she does was so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Have you seen that thing where the match between Bianca and Charlotte, Rhea was out for a save, but then she like stopped to do that little stop?
Yeah, that was very so unnecessary. What do you?
Rhea,
Yeah.
I thought you were really cool.
That made it a little bit like,
What did you think about this segment?
It was cool. The only thing I thought it was a little bit pointless almost because I feel like at least at the interaction at the end it was like, oh, so y'all just gonna stand there, look at each other and laugh and that's it?
Even that punch was kind of weird.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I thought it was like, I don't know, it could have had a little bit more something. It was fine. I didn't hate it. I just felt like there could have been more.
I think there could be a lot more layer, and just the moment when Charlotte was like, "You're excused," and I'm like,
It's very like surface level. They could have done so much more, but we'll see where this goes.
Kabuki Warriors.
Oh, their promo! Oh my god, that was like my favorite thing ever.
They're the best. Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, oh, okay.
Kind of out of nowhere. That's where we're going with the tag championship picture.
All right. I mean, I just hope that they don't forget that there's tag titles involved, you know?
I'm like okay with it.
Actually, after that promo, when Natalya's music hit, I'm like, this is it, the Divas of Doom. I'm like, oh, never mind. I really thought that. Because I'm like, whoever comes out next is who's challenging them for WrestleMania. As soon as I heard Natty's music, I'm like, yes. And I'm like, oh, it's match.
But I guess Beth is like injured, I guess.
Yeah.
She wasn't even moving.
Oh my god. She's a wrestler. She can take an RKO and be fine. Like, yes, sell it. Like, because it's Randy Orton. It's man, blah, blah, blah. But you're a wrestler.
She just
like dead.
did not move.
Put the X's over her eyes like she's dead already. Seriously, sell the move, yes. But come on, she's a wrestler.
Yeah, we all saw her wrestle in Royal Rumble with bleeding head.
And she was fine. You're telling me that one little RKO from Randy Orton takes her out? Come on.
Just an RKO?
She was in the men's Royal Rumble too.
That too. Randy.
I would still totally do it. Sorry.
That took a interesting
I know,
turn.
it's a weird turn.
He can pin me all the time. So the match started. It was Kabuki Warriors versus Liv and Natalya.
Which, by the way, why?
Natalya always makes best friends.
Oh.
Anyway, oh my god, when Jerry Lawler said,
oh my god,
Oksana. The injured wrist of Oksana.
instead of Asuka.
And he also said konnichiwa, but really weird and like.
Oh, really?
Yes, so forced and awkward, like so cringy. Jerry Lawler being Jerry Lawler.
I miss Oksana. Let me entertainment you. I remember. Okay, anyway, this match was another tag match.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the writers were like, oh, hey, let's just put everybody in tag matches, like you said, Teddy Long style. It was kind of weird how Liv Morgan could care less about the match that she's currently in. She's like, woo, to dive, like, screw whatever match I'm in. I thought that was kind of, like, weird and awkward. Like, imagine. Yeah, like, oh, hi. I don't know. I just really want to know why they're Riot Squad's fighting to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this is our main storyline going into WrestleMania Battle Royale?
Maybe. Unless they're gonna like get eliminated before everybody goes in.
Oh no! 4 weeks to WrestleMania.
That's crazy.
I mean, we don't know if it will be postponed or not.
I mean, I heard they're still doing it, so.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll be here to cover each week going up to WrestleMania and going from there. We'll be there live in person.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's review. Where can you find you, Paloma?
You can find me at Paloma Star on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at DS Shin and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And also learn about kayfabe at This Is Kayfabe. All right. Bye.